And we're off. Welcome to episode 11 of RealmCast. Hey.
Woo, yay!
So
enthusiastic.
We sound like we're out to pasture.
Well, in keeping with our efforts to get this out every week, we have another RealmCast for you guys. And we've got a whole lot of questions to go through and not quite as much community news because we just gave you community news a week ago. But
once a week schedule.
hey, there you go. So let's dive in. Spornox?
The first thing to talk about is the moderator application status.
So we got a lot of Q&A questions about this, but we're going to just do it now instead.
We're not going to take any of those. We're just going to say it. Here we are. As of right now, today, which is Thursday. So yesterday, I closed the app down, the link, so you can't apply anymore. That's done for now. And we'll open that on a as-needed basis. But right now, it's closed. We have almost 300 applications, and I sifted through them yesterday.
How long was it up for?
It was up for about a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But pretty good turnout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. And so I narrowed that down to about 40. And now I'm waiting on our friends Dash Ahead and Tiffy Tiff to...
Sorry. Oh, did you need us? Oh, you didn't need us to do this yet? I thought we were holding you back. Oh, well.
Oh, I was so confused. I thought that you weren't recording, and I was like,
Oh no, we are definitely recording this.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, so I just they need to have some eyes to look at it, and then we're going to send over some names to the mods, and they will have a look at it, and then we will make our decision.
So it's an all-around effort.
It is,
By all
and
of
lots of feedback, lots and lots of feedback, and hopefully we'll have some answers by late next week.
Hopefully.
There you go.
Okay, so that's the mod application status. Thank you for that one, Zbornox.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got going on in the realm right now our animated GIF event. So get out there and animate some GIFs. Give them to us.
I saw a couple of those.
They're pretty good, right?
They're very good.
Did you see the Disco Priest?
I saw the Dancing Oryx.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I did not see the Disco Priest, yes, but I want to see all of these.
They're fun.
Definitely want to see them all. I love gifts.
Yeah, I know.
Any shipping ones yet? No shipping ones?
Get back to my internet
Well, I know
roots.
that some people are shipping Dash Ahead X Bornox, but
Dash Knox, we're calling that. Dash Knox.
but I don't know if there were any Orthvix shippers
Orthvix.
yet.
What's shipping? I'm not familiar with
Oh,
this.
okay.
Okay.
So sometimes people aren't familiar with this. Zbornox herself only just learned about
Is this an internet?
but it's an
thing?
internet thing where you ship is short for relationship, where you root for some. So it's like the Twilight thing, Team Edward, Team
I
Jacob.
didn't watch the Twilight.
But I don't know if you know the cultural impact
I
of
know they
Twilight, but
sparkle.
there's a thing where people say they're for Team Edward, right? And that's that they are shipping for Edward and the main girl Bella to get together. And
even
for that
if
relationship
shipping
to
is
succeed.
is an abbreviation of relationship, it's still
I know it doesn't make a
not
lot of sense. I know.
a verb.
I know.
It's a noun.
They've also I got you. I hear you, but
Okay.
they
I'm
have
just-
turned
I'm
it.
just, grammar,
they have
so
shortened relationship and turned it into a verb.
okay.
So when you ship for someone, you root for that relationship to succeed. And
At
so
first, so my initial guess when you used that, I was like, I'll just. The
Yeah,
thing that
let's
I
hear it.
imagined was like a chimera. It is.
Yeah,
I thought
the
I was
Orthvix.
imagining. Yeah, I didn't. The thing I immediately leapt to is like, oh, they put both of their heads on one body.
Kind of.
sort of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kinda like a
except if they're
relationship.
making out.
Yeah.
It's like a relationship.
Yeah. Okay, so animate some GIFs and ship for your
some-
favorite
Realm
pairs.
pairs. Yeah.
We want to see what you guys are rooting for. So that's the anime GIF event.
Yep.
Next week is the inauguration, and we're going to be doing an inaugural event
The
to
United
celebrate.
States.
Yes, sorry.
For our-
if you
for our
if you
foreign
live in the
Yes.
United States, it is
peeps.
our presidential inauguration.
Yes.
Not yours.
Yeah.
You people in the other
So
parts of the world.
we'll hold an event for that. We're not sure the details of it yet. Look forward to that next week. There will also be a package, right, Tiff?
Yeah. A special
there'll be a
pack.
package.
Presidential package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be pretty neat.
Also, we have a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
Yay.
What?
There's one video there,
And it's fantastic.
and it's Zbornox and I trolling everyone.
Yeah. And I really
It's-
trolled by shooting it vertically.
Yeah, man, you even trolled me with that one.
I did.
You
I
can
went to-
watch it as many times as you like.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Sorry. Interrupted you there.
So we're
You guys should watch it a whole lot of times,
Yeah.
though.
Alex dancing. I mean,
Yeah.
you
There-
can almost see Dash Ahead's side
There's
profile.
a glimpse of my beard in there. Yeah.
See my hand.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't
there's a
notice
part where it
that.
was my hand.
Oh, so this is a live action. This isn't.
This
Yeah.
is a
This is
real
screen
video.
cap.
No.
We started at the water cooler.
We
and
did a
went
studio
up
tour.
into the elevator to the sixth floor.
I didn't even notice this. Oh,
We made sure not to film anything important, so that's how we were trolling people. We just got the hallway and Alec, luckily, so
Yeah.
there was at least something entertaining in there.
So we hope to
But we
add
hope
on.
to bring some more videos. We were actually going to do a studio tour of our RealmCast studio, but there's a bunch of proprietary information on the walls here that we can't film. So
yeah. We also
Sorry,
changed
guys.
studios. We could just go.
yeah,
To,
we could do another one. There,
I mean, our
everything
studio-
was full today, so maybe next week we'll get you guys a glimpse.
our studio is a conference room,
Yeah.
which we just take over. So and when it
Yeah.
can be, it's whichever one's available. So it's
Yeah.
really the studio is like sound equipment, which,
Yeah.
which we drag with us.
Yeah, wherever we set down our mixing board is where
And
our
a
studio
rolling
is.
filing cabinet that we store
Yeah.
our sound equipment in. So it's portable.
Okay, so the name of the YouTube channel is ROTMG Videos. So check
Dash
that one
had
out.
picked that. He's giving me
Dang
such
it.
a look.
I spent so long trying to figure out
He
what
did.
the
It
what
was
the name
like
was
an
going to be.
hour.
I think it's a
and
good one.
It
It was
is.
it was the
It's
best
fine.
one that we had. So there we go.
He was struggling. Sad.
Last little tidbit of news: Flosion is having a celebration today for his 400th YouTube subscriber. I assume that's what he was talking
I
about.
think so.
He said 400th subscriber. I don't know what else you subscribe to.
Good job.
I guess it
Oh.
could be his Tumblr 400th
yeah,
Tumblr
could be.
subscriber, but I doubt it.
Wow.
Maybe he has a
Um,
magazine.
That's true too. Maybe
Flosion magazine.
maybe it was his 400th real life subscriber to his magazine. But at any rate, congratulations, Flosion, and we're sorry we couldn't make it. We had to record this, so
Yeah, awesome job.
we thought we'd mention you. Any game news? Probably just skip that. If you...
I mean, I'm working on some new low level dungeons. We're gonna try
Oh,
and get
really?
a couple. My goal is to get a few tiny ones that are very low level out soon because I really think that to many new players coming in the game, I know that I very clearly remember one of my first experiences coming in the game was I kind of get in there, you get in the realm, and you're just kind of dumped there. You're not really sure
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah.
And it can be a really long time before you run across any dungeon beyond the pirate cave, which you'll see
Right.
right away.
I remember when I started, it took forever before I even realized there were other things besides the pirate cave.
Exactly. So like I feel like Realm has a lot in it, but it's really hard to know how much it has to offer just because you won't run across anything. So I really wanted to add some more low level dungeons that just kind of drop very commonly in the world, just so that new people come in, realize how much depth there is in the game, and want to put time into it.
Cool.
So that's what I've been doing.
Sounds very
Well,
nice.
awesome. Okay, well, that was a cool little update on what you're working on, and
cool.
let's just dive into Q&A because we are 10 minutes into this sucker.
Oh, and again,
already.
as I said last week,
Yes.
another. So I'm doing this because this is stuff content I can make all on my own. As I said last week, all of the engineers are super busy.
Right,
So
yeah.
I have no engineering support right now, which is why I'm working on content that I can do just by myself.
Cool.
Well, we've got a lot of fun questions this week.
They are fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I love
confirm.
fun questions.
let's just dive right in. We'll start with a question from Monkeyball21. I also need to apologize right now for my voice. I bit my tongue really badly, so I might have a little lisp. So
You should play it
deal
up
with
for the
Yeah.
for the audience.
So Monkeyball21 says, "Can we expect the fame? Can we expect the fame changes to be before February?" He spelled February in an interesting way as well, but we'll just skip
It's a
that.
tough month to spell.
Yeah, it is. He spelled it the way that you'd think it would be spelled, but
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know what that is.
February. Okay, but let's move on.
I think so. So we're going to try and do a release today. And we were hoping to get the Fame redesign up on testing this week, but it's gotten pushed back because of the engineers are all super busy. So hopefully it will be up on testing within a couple days, although it might be closed testing, so you guys might not get to see it. And then within a week from there, hopefully it will be fully live. But we were just alerted to a new problem that our QA department discovered with it, so it's possible it's going to be another week back. So either the very end of January or beginning of February, I would say.
Cool.
Okay. Well, there you go, Monkey Ball 21.
Question 2 comes from, is it Nubbers?
Or Noobers. I've never known.
Nubbers, please let us know
Okay. Yeah.
how you say your name.
It is good for you guys to let us know how to pronounce your names.
I'm going to go with Nubbers right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Nubbers exclaims and then asks, when will you implement the ultimate flawless solution? I'll continue. Solution, continue. On dealing with spam bots into this game. I think the commas are
I know there's some
messing
odd,
me up.
odd comma placement there.
Okay, so basically he wants to know when we're going to implement a flawless solution to stop the spam bots. Then he has a few suggestions. The way to stop this is to make it so only players rank 3 and up can only chat. Then you make the tutorial mandatory to be completed by any new account that's made. And then last but not least, promote the forum and the wiki more so noobs won't feel like they're being ignored because they can't chat. We have thought of some of these, actually.
Yeah. I don't know that there is any ultimate flawless solution, sadly.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
there are lots of pretty good solutions.
We're discussing a couple right now. I mean, that's an interesting idea. It's certainly not a flawless one because it does hurt the first-time user experience quite a bit by introducing them to an MMO that they can't talk in, which is kind of a big no-no on game design side.
But
No, it's a really hard situation, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, and for the record, we're all everyone up, to Mike Sellers, we all really want to get rid of the spam bots.
Ooh, it is probably the most annoying thing
Yeah.
about the
It
game
is.
for us.
It's not anything that we ignore because we know it's there and we are thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you for the suggestion, and those ideas are things we've been kicking around, but the ultimate solution may be a combination of several different solutions, kind of like you proposed, but we're not there yet. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Move
Okay. So this question comes from Julius Judo. He says, "Sup?"
What?
It has a question mark and an exclamation point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Number 1, what action can or is be taken against the hack client users? I see many threads asking about it, but no official answers. Mostly asking about the people who post screenshots of themselves using a hack client. Evidence I know is a hard thing to try and provide with some accusations. Or is sending it in through support section the right way to go?
I guess right in through support. If we ever get definitive proof that someone is doing something illegal in the game, then we ban them.
Yeah, we will take action once we have the appropriate
It's
evidence.
just a tricky situation
is.
because definitive proof is hard to come by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most
Basically
part.
impossible
Yeah.
to come by.
And what we need to do on our end is keep working on ways to limit those kind of hacked clients from our side, rather than having to take action against specific players on the basis of reports. It's just tricky. It puts things into a tricky situation where someone could easily Photoshop a picture up and send it in saying, "Hey, I found this guy.
Yeah.
He uses a hacked client. Go ban him from the game."
And we get that quite regularly.
We
actually.
do. We do.
And we don't ever want to ban someone who didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
Exactly.
that's the furthest from what we want to do. So it's just tricky, and we try to reason the whole thing out before we make any decisions about banning an account.
Yep.
That's it.
So his next question is, seriously, Dash Ahead, are you in fact Paul Rudd? or at least a brother of his, if he has any, because I have said this several times in the past. You sound exactly like him. Do not take this the wrong way, but I have a serious bro man crush on your voice. What? Speaking in a strictly platonic sense. Thanks, and I hope all is well with y'all.
Yay.
Well, I mean, you did have that vocal cord switching surgery.
Yeah, and Paul Rudd and I did. He might have been the donor. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe he had an extra pair.
I did spend quite a bit of time today on the Paul Rudd Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, to try and find out if I was in fact his brother.
It appears I don't really think he has a brother or any siblings for that
No.
matter.
You can get your gene sequence and see if you're
Yeah,
genetic.
DNA.
He is also Jewish.
Yeah, there's
I know
that.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Were you ever living in Overland Park, Kansas?
Yes.
That's where he grew up.
Yes.
And I only know this because of Wikipedia
Yeah.
today. So
This is just weird that I've been getting this a lot since we started this RealmCast, and I've
Yeah.
actually gotten this before. And I'm personally a big fan of Paul Rudd's, and I don't think my voice sounds anything like his.
I don't
But
know.
Your voice sounds different in your head.
yeah, I know, but see,
Well,
I
like
do
a lot.
lots of podcasts and things like that
Yeah,
where
so
I'm
you're
sitting
sitting
and
there,
listening to my actual voice for hours at a time.
Maybe it's like your cadence.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
that
maybe.
good,
Yeah.
you know?
So thanks for that, though, because I love Paul Rudd, and
Yeah, Paul Rudd's cool.
If
He
you want to
does-
have a bro man crush on my voice, I do not mind. So just go right ahead.
He looks
There
a
you
bit
go.
like Paul Rudd, but I
Yeah.
think I would go more towards Lord Ruthven
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
with the cape and stuff. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I
cool.
see
With
that.
Dash ahead? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he does like to wear
Yeah.
capes.
Yeah.
He runs through the office screaming.
And my pants.
Yeah, flourishing
Okay.
his cape.
Yep. So, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
There you go.
It's Julius Hudo.
Yeah, that was actually how I wanted to read that,
Oh.
too. But you went ahead and
I
were
went with
Julius
the J.
Judo. I don't know what that's all about.
We were talking about Orange Julius,
Oh.
actually, prior to
That's
this.
true.
So.
Right.
It did
Yeah.
come out that
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's move on because we're only 3 questions into our 25 questions.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, Greed Kills asks, when the Elder Realms are released, will the normal realms get changed in some way? Also, what's the progress on the Elder Realms?
All right, so that's a good question. We've got, firstly, no, the normal realms are not going to be directly affected by the Elder Realms. Obviously, we're going to keep giving them attention every now and then, and adding things to them, but they will be 2 separate realms. As for the progress of the Elder Realms, I have drawn up the designs on what I would like to do, and previously, Mike had wanted me to just kind of go ahead and work on it. And I've had to explain to him recently that we really don't have the capabilities to make it the way I want to make it. I wanted to really do something that was kind of a, excuse me, like a nose thing. I really want to do something that's kind of like a new level above the realm and really feels different, has kind of a different layout, a different structure to it, and feels like a much more epic place. And we just don't have the technology for it yet. I need engineering support, which is not something I have. So I've drawn up the plans, and the next course of action is whenever the engineers finish what they're working on, I'm going to grab one of them and say, hey, you're working on this for now. Investigate our island generation software, see how we can tweak it to get it to do what I want. And so I don't even know quite what we're capable of yet. And so once I get him doing that, then hopefully a week or so later, I will, or within a week, hopefully I'll understand exactly what we're capable of. I can tweak my design accordingly, and then I can start working on it.
Yeah. But so I guess the key point is that this requires the engineers to finish what they're doing right now.
I have made a couple enemies preemptively for the Outer Realm just because I couldn't stop myself.
Well, I think
but-
there was another question coming up about enemies, so maybe you can give a sneak preview.
Okay.
Okay, this is a fun question for you to read,
Oh
Spornox.
man, how lucky. Okay, so this is from Coat, who maybe some of you know us from.
I ship Zboat or Scornox. I don't know.
Konox.
Cornox. yeah.
Cornox.
Konox.
So that would be Coat and I. So he wrote in, and this is what he asked. You said marriage is out of the question, which is understandable. Well, thank you very much for understanding, Coat. I don't know how to ask this, but will you go out on a date with me? I will buy you tacos and pie and flowers and candy, accompanied by a movie of your choice and a sunset picnic by the ocean. Everyone knows you
Sounds
won't
like
say
he does
no.
know how to ask it.
Yeah, he really knows how to ask it.
Everyone says you won't say no. So Dash, among others, ever so graciously came up with a few names that I will let you select for us.
Oh, yeah. So I did come up with the names. Boat
did.
and Cornox. And
You did. Well, I'm sorry, Coat. I would love to have some candy and tacos.
And pie.
But I have a boyfriend, and so he
Can
would
he
have
come?
to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to come with.
And supervise.
And
the
supervise.
whole-
And then
event.
it also made Dash Ahead and Tiffy Tiff a little envious with the tacos, and they wanted to
I
come as
am.
well. So
but not by the ocean. Not Northern California oceans. I'm not into that.
Okay.
So, Coat, if we could do this somewhere else, that would be great.
I think our oceans are quite lovely.
They're beautiful looking. It's just cold out right now.
You don't have to go in it.
No,
didn't
just
say
even
in
to
the
hang out
ocean.
there, it's cold.
We'll bring a couple blankets.
Have a picnic underneath the waves.
Underneath the wings.
with our surfboards.
But we could go like out to Pescadero or something and get pie. There's great pie out there.
Okay, yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
that.
Really
Okay.
good pie.
Yes. So there you go, Coat.
Okay, so we're all going.
Don't be
You're
too
taking us
We're
to
all
Pescadero and
going.
we're getting pie.
Yep. So thank you, and let us know when that'll happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Tiff?
Okay. This is in regards to the Nexus Crier from Merchant Co. He asks, shall the Nexus Crier ever return to our loving arms?
Yeah, it's possible that he will. He was kind of an emergency situation. The result of of an emergency. So, in order for him, we have to do a full push in order to put him in. We have no way of kind of flipping a switch,
Yeah.
and just telling him to be there. So
You
the
can
only,
spawn him. He just won't say anything.
We could spawn him, but we would have to preemptively decide what he needs to say for whatever situation. So the issue with this is you likely will not see him unless there's another big emergency right next to a push date, because that's the only feasible time for us to get him in.
So someone suggested that we have him announce that the lag in the game right now is due to the Chrome auto updates and not our fault. But I felt like, should we really be blaming someone else for stuff in the? I don't know. It felt weird.
Yeah, just don't use Chrome for a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
We're not going
I
to do a
had to
full
stop
push.
using Chrome.
We're not going to do a full push for this.
Yeah.
Maybe someday we'll have the technology to put him in and dynamically change him on the fly what he's saying.
It would be pretty fun.
But till then, also you guys made fun of him.
Who?
I know, but they had such a good time making fun of him.
Yeah.
Just
He
standing
felt
around
bad.
calling him fat. And
It was
I know,
sad.
it's
I
like,
felt
so
lose
bad for
weight.
We had to
That
take
was
him to the
so
counselor.
sad.
He's
Yeah.
just big. He's just
he,
big.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
he
want to
is.
come back after this.
No.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
Okay. Was that so? Thank you, Merchant Co. That
Yep.
was it. Yeah. Okay. The next question comes from GTM, who asks, "I've seen you guys post and tweet at the most bizarre times. How long is your average workday?"
8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised. Maybe you live in a weird, not weird.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
you live. I know. I love
You live in
that.
some sort of weird.
Maybe
time
you live in
zone.
a crazy. No, maybe you live in a different time zone than we do, which would
weird
make it
time
seem
zone.
like we post at bizarre times when in fact they're between 9 and 5.
You know,
Mostly.
Twitter is also like we don't. Personally, I don't only tweet when I'm at work, and I know
Yeah.
you guys don't either. I'll occasionally, but Twitter is a thing meant to be tweeted when you have a tweet to tweet.
Yeah.
I do sometimes schedule tweets for overnights for the other weird time zones that are out there.
Oh, so
All
that's
you
probably what
weirdos
you,
out there. Another
So
time.
sometimes, but those are all scheduled through Hootsuite, and but I usually don't. There's not a whole lot that goes out at that time.
You know, Spornox works Saturdays. I work Sundays, so maybe that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think on
maybe.
Sundays I might tweet at weird times sometimes. But yeah, our workday tends to be 9 to 5 or thereabouts.
Just like Dolly Parton said, working 9 to 5.
Oh, God, we got a song out of you somehow.
No, you finish it.
what a way to make a living.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
We are only 7 questions
Okay.
deep, and there are 25. So
Crassword asks 2 questions. First one goes out to Tiffy Tiff. Dear Tiffy Tiff, do you love me as much as I love you? Okay, the answer is no, as my love is infinite.
Wow, that's very sweet. Yeah.
Oh,
Look
Tiffy Tiff
super
is
nonplussed by
she's
that.
so blushing.
I'm blushing.
So much red on her face.
I'm blushing.
Tacos, period. Dot the end. Please make the whole rest of the cast about a new taco dung. Maybe.
So he put the wrong symbol in there. So you read it as dung, right?
Yeah.
I read it as dung like 100 times. He was trying to say about a new taco dungeon, and then but he put ellipses instead of 2 dashes.
I actually, seriously, I looked up what taco dung might be
Yeah.
in the Urban Dictionary.
No, I read it so many times over before I realized what he was talking about, and I should have told you before now. But so yeah, he was implying that we should be talking about Taco Dungeon.
Wow, well, I am very glad for that because I didn't want to picture the other.
Yeah, I know.
So he wants a taco dungeon, and then he also wants a super awesome taco set.
Yeah, and he even put a little smiley about it too.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it is.
Well, the reason why you're not going to see a taco dungeon is it's really all of your faults because we got such big backlash when we released the Mad Lab for it not being high fantasy that it's going to be a far cry before you guys start seeing taco dungeons because that is super
true.
It's
21st
this is a
century.
great point that Will brings up right
Yes.
now. In that, yeah, we got terrified after everyone was just slamming
yeah.
Mad Lab.
Yeah.
There was actually. Can I talk about this? There was a dungeon planned that we
We
asked.
canceled the dungeon.
We
Yeah.
canceled a whole dungeon that was awesome too.
Yeah.
I love that.
I would have
dungeon.
been down for that dungeon. That would have been cool.
So, you guys got to be careful what you say. If you want, a wider breadth of content, then
Yep.
be receptive.
Especially a sillier breadth of content.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to slowly edge that way because
Yeah.
I'm into
Yeah.
that stuff, and it's going to trickle out every now and then when I'm not looking. But that sounded lovely.
Are you talking about the taco dung or what?
I'm talking about the taco dog.
Okay,
Just full of that stuff.
move on.
okay,
All
so,
right.
Yeah, let's
That's
go.
good.
Move
okay,
on.
this question's from Pipley. It's about female skins. Brr, it looks cold outside in the Nexus. Can the bun buns come inside to warm up sometime? Also, I see in the new pack the stealth assassin skin is looking pretty curvy. Does that mean that the skin is a female? And if so, is there going to be a really cute lady priest skin? Because I'd really like to see that, and I would most definitely buy it. Please and thank you. P.S. How many people work on ROTMG at Kabam?
Remember, Pipley's a girl, so if you thought that
Yes.
was creepy.
No. I know Pipley's a girl. Girl power.
The assassin is in full assassin stealth gear, so for that one, I'm going to say it's either male or female. You're choosing.
Oh, okay.
You can choose.
Nice.
He is a very curvy he, if he is a he. I'll say that. For a priest, I would love to get some more female skins in general. So it's
Could do a nun or
Yeah,
something.
nun.
it's
That would be
very
fun.
likely
Nun
that
would
you'll
be
see some more female skins in general coming out.
And the bun buns, are they coming inside?
You guys can do that if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
We'll
how
spawn
many
some bun buns.
how many people work on ROTMG? Do we know the total?
Well, there's you
So like
guys.
15
So
or so?
3 GMs, 2 designers plus Mike, and then we have. Wait, sorry, I'm
Eight
engineers?
counting on my hand right
Yeah.
now. 1, 2, 3.
There's still no
Then we
counting.
have about 7 engineers
Okay.
and Brandon,
Okay.
So eight
and then
more.
QA,
QA.
too.
and then QA. We
So
have, we
around
have
15,
1
right?
and a half, 2
Yeah.
QA peoples. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only
Cool.
2 people making content.
Right. So if that's what you meant,
Yeah.
the answer's 2.
Yeah.
But if you just meant people in general, there's about 15 of us. Yeah.
And if you meant people tweeting out pictures of Lord Ruthven, there's 1. No?
Is there only one?
Well, I'm really
There's-
the only one who tweets out
Who
the
tweets
Lord
them.
Ruthven.
But then you
Yeah.
turn to me and say, "Can you shop together a picture of Lord Ruthven?"
You need to look at the Twitter right now if you haven't.
Yeah. So, I meant to do this in community news. Happy birthday, Betty White! It's your
Oh,
91st
yeah.
birthday, right? Is that-
91.
91st.
And all of the golden gods of the realm wanted to wish
celebrating.
you a happy 91st birthday.
So go to ROTMG_news and take a look at the picture that Dasha had crafted up for us.
Are you telling Betty White?
we are talking to Betty White. We know she listens to RealmCast.
I want to take a minute and talk
Okay.
directly to
Yeah.
Betty White.
Just a
please,
minute.
please do this because we put a lot of effort in. We want you to know how much we care.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Awesome.
Should we give her some chocolate?
Yeah.
I don't know
some
how we
chocolate.
get it. We could hold it up, I guess.
This is
Or clink it together.
this is going places, guys.
It usually does.
Okay, that's the end of this.
King's Chest.
Yeah, here we go. So Padme has a question for us, and usually we don't answer questions from Star Wars characters, but this time we're going to. So
Fictional. We don't answer questions from fictional people.
we usually don't, but I'm gonna this time. So here are so many questions, so little space. Here are the two that are burning in my brain right now that haven't already been asked. See, this tongue thing is killing
Yeah.
me. Okay, number one. Have you seen Black Jam's King's Chest idea? Are you thinking about it? We are thinking about it because we had not seen it before you asked us this question. Now, Swarnox, did you ever find it?
I didn't find the direct post to it, so Padme, if you could, PM me that so we
yeah.
could read about it. I kind of got a little bit of what it's about with the vaults and
Is it
stuff like
a
that.
way to have like a master chest in your vault that can store more stuff or something?
I'm not
or-
even sure.
Okay.
Did
So
you-
let
Yeah, let us know. I don't
anyone
know what
fill
it
us
is.
in on this because we are
sounds
intrigued.
exciting.
yeah.
Oh man, I just noticed your shirt. Your sweatshirt's awesome.
So I have this sweater that is a Castlevania sweater,
It's
but like
embroidered.
it's an embroidered
It's
sweater, like
embroidered.
an ugly Christmas sweater, but it's Castlevania. Now, at the same time, Swarnox is wearing a similar shirt that is like a sweater but has Space Invaders on it. Although hers is a shirt,
That
not
looks like a t-shirt.
It is a
hers
t-shirt,
is a
yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
But they do make
It's
a
like a
sweater.
sweater,
No, they do make a
also
sweater
shorter
one.
sleeves.
They make a sweater one too, so that's why I brought it up. 'Cause
Okay.
Oh,
same-
okay.
same. Okay.
Cool.
At any rate, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I like this. I bought this over Christmas. I'm very happy with
That's
it.
awesome.
It's got Simon Belmont whipping and then like the Medusa head and some skeletons, but it also looks like an ugly Christmas sweater.
It does.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Okay.
We're still on Padme.
Padme has another question. Should I write more songs / poems? Yes. The answer is yes.
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 Do it all
Yep.
the time.
Every day.
That's it.
Pronounced error-ious.
I like how he tells you how to pronounce it, and then you screw it up even worse than you would have.
You say
but
it, please,
but I
Dash.
I actually don't believe his pronunciation, and I'm going to pronounce it.
Aurorius?
Yeah, Aurorius.
Aurorius,
Aurorius.
yes.
That's not what he wrote, though.
R-or-ious.
Yeah, he wrote Aurorius. Okay, so either way.
First
Yeah.
off, a hearty hello to you all. Oh, well, hello.
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 You sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, man. Anyway, so a while back, someone had asked if you were planning on adding additional music to the game. As let's be honest, that themes gets old real quick. You had said something along the lines of composers were expensive or you had other priority or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but it was a legitimate reason. Anyway, so I know that myself, along with several other players, are fairly able composers and producers. Would you consider us letting us write music for the game? Aside from the fact that it would be really cool to have a fan-made soundtrack, I think it'd be really nice to hear people's different takes on the different parts of the game.
So
Go for
I wanted to say something before we even address in the game. For the RealmCast, you guys can always send us music, and we will play
Oh,
it.
yeah, we'll play it.
We will
definitely.
play it that episode that we get the song.
We have
So-
had Savage Garden's beat groove going
We'd
for
love some
like
more.
for months now.
I'm sure that Beat Garden doesn't appreciate being called Savage Garden, but Beat Garden's slow game has been playing since basically the second episode. So if you want to compose your own song and send it our way, it will definitely end up on the RealmCast.
Or if you've already composed some songs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
send it over.
send us anything you made. We would love to play it.
If you give us the rights to put it on our podcast, we will.
If you give
as
us
long as there's
permission.
no explicit lyrics, it's all fair game. So,
Yeah.
and you wrote it.
And
Yeah.
smoking.
If you didn't
Yes.
write it and you send it to us, I'm gonna be really mad.
I'm gonna send Dash a head over. He's gonna give you a noogie.
As for the music, so I'm actually taking point on that, and this is something I've been working on for quite a while. We have some in-house composers, which are working and have been for quite some time working on some samples for me, and I'm trying to establish a style that I like in the game. I'm also I've got a few friends who are composers from back in school, and I'm talking about them and trying to get them to make a few samples just to, make sure that I choose something that I really think fits Realm the best and is the most interesting tracks. So I am working on this, and I totally agree that the main song is super grating after a while. And I'm shooting to eventually, I would like to, rather than make songs that go with this track, I think I would like to just take it in a totally new direction and create an entirely new soundtrack that just fits Realm.
So that track isn't like important to keep around, is it?
No, it's not.
Like,
I'm
if
going
we had
to
better music,
replace
it
that
just-
track with better music when
Cool.
I get a whole soundtrack that I like. That said, I'm still in the process of choosing a style, choosing tracks, and deciding what composer I want to go with. So if you have samples, or if you have something you've made, or want to make something that you think would be good for Realm, feel free to send it to us. And I would love to listen to it because I'm still making this decision.
But which is especially why I say send it to us for RealmCast, because if we're playing it on RealmCast and like it, then it's a little easier to influence people with it later. So
We like to influence people.
yeah, send your stuff our way if you want to, and we will definitely listen to and play it.
For sure. And then he does give a suggestion. If we decide to make a contest out of it, to give it a way longer than we think is necessary, such as a month and a half at least. So I would just suggest just start now, and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
If you
Start
really
writing a
want to
song.
write some songs, do
I
it.
kind of doubt. Well, I have my doubts that we'll do a contest for it exactly, but there may be something. So
There's always an
I can't- I
open
can't say.
submission for it.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to
Give music
like Will
our
said.
way. We want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, and he also says, tell the Adventure Time fan that his armor is not click click.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
that hurts.
Yeah, well, now we don't want music from you, Aurora. Thanks.
And thanks
let's
for
just
the
move
question.
on.
Yeah, well,
Okay, let's move on.
Gonna have to visit Choose Goose.
Yeah.
Get
We
the
do
hook
have
up on
some
armor.
more Adventure Time questions for you.
Oh
coming
yeah,
up,
I love those.
yeah.
All right, let's do this.
These ones have the answers on them too, so it's a little better.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
But first,
Okay,
Yeah,
this is
we're
from.
at 38 minutes and 12 questions in.
Okay, yeah. This is from Jufta. Jufta.
Jufta.
So.
Okay. His question is, how much books do you read, and what are your favorites?
How much books do you
I
read?
love the phrasing on that, but I also like that his subject was 5 interesting questions, but I cut out all the questions.
Yeah, and
except for
you
that
just
one.
cut out to the fourth.
No, we just needed. Sorry, Jufta. I told you guys 2 questions at the most, and 5 was too many. So we're at how much books do you read? What are your favorites? Starting with Tiff.
I read plenty. I like Murakami, so
Yeah,
he's a good. Yeah,
he's
he's
my
a good.
boy.
Yeah,
It's
he's
funny.
A good author.
I think that
Right.
everyone at
Yeah.
this table
Yeah.
is gonna say
I just
Murakami,
finished
which is
Norwegian
weird.
Wood, and I really
I wasn't
enjoyed
gonna
that.
list him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I haven't read him in a while.
Yeah, I've just been reading Neuromancer, the William Gibson cyberpunk
Oh,
novel.
that's very good too.
Yeah, I wanted to read the trilogy. I've been trying to read a bunch of cyberpunk because that Cyberpunk 2077 game is going to come out at some
They've
point.
only released that one CG trailer.
Yeah,
that
I know,
looks
but
teases.
it's such a tease, and I didn't
I
like
don't
it.
like CG trailers.
I know it really bummed me out, but
Show us gameplay, people. I know you guys are not making these games, so I don't know why I'm
yeah.
telling you.
Hey
but
guys, get to work. Get some gameplay. But yeah, I mean, if anyone does end up making trailers at some point for a game, don't put CG in.
Nobody
No
wants
one
to see that
needs
junk. Yeah.
I
Just
get
gets your
they
hopes
they
up.
try to claim like, oh, we're showing the feel of the
You know,
game.
only
Yeah,
MMOs do that these
whatever.
days.
Yeah.
It's because they're embarrassed, I think, about what it really
What
is.
their games actually look
Yeah.
like, yeah. So,
There you
how
go.
much books do you read? Oh, okay, Zwornox.
I read a lot. I usually read autobiographies.
Zwornox made a list.
I did. Right now I'm reading Elliot Aronson's Not by Chance Alone. He's a social psychologist, and I'm reading his autobiography.
Okay.
I'm always reading a book. I get suggestions
I read
all
a
the
lot
time.
more comics than I do prose, but I also read
Prose.
novels sometimes. Yeah.
Literature.
Well, okay, so because I'm not talking about autobiographies and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't read
yeah.
any of those. So
Oh.
I don't read nonfiction anymore. That was for college, and I'm done with that.
I mean, I don't read very much. I'm dyslexic, which means I'm not very good at reading. I'm very slow. When I used to commute to work, I listened to audiobooks, and when I did that, I destroyed tons and tons of books. I like Tom Powers. I like Neil Stephenson. Sci-fi in general is good.
Yeah.
But don't do a lot of reading on my own volition.
Well,
I like the video
you don't read
games.
comics either,
I don't read comics.
because that seems like something that
It's got the pictures.
it kind of it's bridging the gap between reading and not reading.
No, you know, I mean, I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I do a lot. And video games basically take up all of my free entertainment time.
Yeah, I would say I go through periods where I read a lot of comics. So a while back, I read all of the New 52, everything that DC was doing for the first year, basically. And then I read that same year of all of Marvel's comics to try and compare. Because, I'm going to go into it for 2 seconds. DC relaunched all their comics in
They rebooted the
September.
universe,
Yeah,
right?
September of 2011. Basically, they rebooted their entire DC universe. They brought all the Wildstorm comics over into the DC universe, and then proceeded to suck it up for a year. Just suck it up real bad. There were a few good comics, and I could name them on one hand. It'd be like Batman and Swamp Thing and Animal Man, and I didn't even get to the end of that hand. I'm only at 3 comics, and I'm done with that list. Whereas at the same period of time, Marvel, although they are way more lowbrow than DC, had a way better slate of comics, I felt like. So there you go. That's my rant.
Awesome.
On
Thank you
on
for
the
the
last
rant.
year and a half of comics.
Those
You've
are
done
the-
pre-
But I'm also about 4 months behind. So
Bing.
I mean, they come out so quickly.
yeah, I know, and I just can't keep up. What I tend to do is go and stand in comic book stores and read comics for a few hours because there's no way I'm buying all those comics. Okay.
There's more media being produced than any one person can
Yeah, for
consume
sure.
right now.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about video games at all?
Oh man!
Because there's a couple I'd
so
really
we've
like
only
to-
got 18 minutes left, sadly, and we have 13 questions. to go.
Okay.
So let's just try and rock through some of these questions because if you have some video game related topics, I'm sure people want to hear us talk about.
I mean, I can talk about it next week once I've gotten to play the one I'm really excited
Okay,
about.
but I want to hear what you're excited about too. So okay, let's go to the next question. It is from Gogo Ossifer. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he says, sorry. As you know by now, I am an avid member of the I Refuse to Die Foundation. So will we see any changes that will let us publicly display our character's awesomeness? Like some sort of badges that either add to the character's aesthetic or to the tooltip that other players see when they mouse over your name?
Oh,
We
you
don't
can
need
get
those
a
stinking
skin.
badges.
We don't have any immediate
we don't
plans
have
for
it.
something like that.
Sorry.
Maybe someday, but not currently.
That's a good idea, though. We'll think about it, Gogo Ossifer. Uh-oh. There we go.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Okay. Will we see any social RP elements added to the game? I am assuming RP is role-playing. I wrote role-playing down here, but I don't actually know.
What are social role-playing elements?
Yeah. Seeing that you will add houses, why not let people marry in the game or have a burial?
Oh, okay.
Or a system in which people can slowly contribute to their Nexus score so that it will in some way be upgraded. So, I love in-game marriage. I'm a huge proponent of it. It's probably the best thing about Ragnarok Online.
We don't do anything to stop you from marrying other people.
Right, but
Yeah.
we also don't have a chapel or anything
That's
like
true.
that.
We don't.
Who knows? There's just so much that we're working on, but these are good ideas and not bad ones. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay, next
Yeah.
question from Santi.
Yeah, we touched on this a little actually.
Yeah, there's two
The
questions
first-
here.
the
The
first
first one. Did Google Chrome's new update cause the problems with the pepper flash, which in turn has caused the glitches recently? By glitches, I mean Nexus button not working for a while, damage from enemies registering 10 seconds after being hit.
This is just
That's just increased lag, and
Yeah, I mean,
that's the
Chrome has
answer.
always been weird with Flash. I've always had problems ever since Chrome.
It's
came
because
out.
it's built into Chrome. It's not a separate plugin or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So just switch to another web browser for now, and try back every once in a while, because Chrome is
Yeah.
a better web browser in every way except for that.
Just play your game in a different one, and then
It's nice to hear so many people using Chrome though.
yeah.
It's a good web browser. It makes me proud.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go Google.
Yes. So this next question is, who will curse or reveal his real name this RealmCast?
Well, we know who did
There we
the
go.
person.
Oh. What are you doing?
Shit.
Well, okay. Now I have my work cut out for me. Just gonna have to remember. What is it? 45 minutes in.
All right,
I'm
then.
gonna save mine for another time. Maybe I'll spring at the end.
45
I'll whisper it. It's fine.
I must say we've gotten better at that actually, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when are we gonna be on iTunes? What's up with that?
I need to double recheck what's
We've got
going
plenty-
on there. Yeah, I
plenty
know.
of
I'm not
RealmCasts.
quite sure.
Okay,
We'll look into that
just
again.
curious.
Yeah. No, I'd like us to be up there. I know that we'll still get the majority of our listens from the news modal and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but it'd be nice to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. This is about forum mods from Crapadapt.
Yay.
What are you looking for in an applicant?
Oh, for the forum.
Spornox, you want to?
Yeah.
I believe first and foremost we need somebody that is trustworthy,
Yeah.
very trustworthy,
Mm-hmm.
and that believes in not only the game but in building a community, a helpful community on the forum, and isn't judgmental and just will do things for the greater good of the community. Yes. Anything else?
When you need to be responsible, you need to
Yeah.
understand that like some of the frustrating things that we deal with are frustrating for everyone. I would love to have had the Elder Realm out by now. I know it's something I've been talking about for ages. And like some of these things are just realities of the gaming industry is we
Yeah.
try and work on stuff and it gets pushed back, and there's other responsibilities that we need to meet, like contractually or for whatever reason, fixing bugs. And so things don't always go our way, which means they
Yeah.
also don't go your way. And it's just, being mature enough to respect the issues we're having and support us even when something frustrating happens.
Yes. And I believe I touched on the first question about, or the second question about
Yeah.
approaches that we're taking in the community news.
Yep.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
So go back to the beginning and listen to that.
Okay. So this next question's not much of a question, so I'll just
Skip
do it
that.
and then skip it. So Bob Penguin asks us, "Do you like my story?" And the answer is only Tiff read it so far.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's about Oryx, the Oryx origin, where he came from.
How he
was-
learned
can you
to like
paraphrase?
drinking too, right?
Yeah, he liked drinking.
Like Shirley Temples or?
Well,
No, no.
he
He's
was
at
a
the wine
prince.
cellar.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a prince.
Right. Oh, of course. yeah,
And
that's
it was about him moving to the dark side, from the heroes
Did he know
to the
Darth,
monsters.
or-
Yeah.
right. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So thank you for the story. We really loved it, and
It was heartwarming.
well, Tiff loved it. The rest of
I
us
liked
didn't
it.
get
It was
to read
good.
yet. I read some of it. I got to read the part when Oryx turned 16, which I enjoyed because he got drunk. Okay, moving on. Next question comes from Lootbeard, who is beard obsessed, as you can tell. He asks, Spornox, do you go to Taco Bell?
Sometimes.
Taco Bueno?
Nope.
I don't even know what that is,
No.
but what's your favorite taco?
What about Del Taco?
I haven't been to Del Taco. My favorite.
Wait, he's guessing chicken taco, but what is it?
Actually, I really just like a soft shell taco with ground beef and sour cream,
So like a taco supreme.
tomatoes. Yeah, and I like my favorite fast foodie taco is from Taco John's. So
Okay.
You should try Del Taco. It's my favorite.
Yeah, Del
I've
Taco's
never
good.
even heard of Taco John's. I
Taco
gotta say.
John's is not everywhere. They don't
Yeah.
have one over here, but they
Yeah,
had
I'm
them
sure
a lot
they
back
don't.
home.
There is a Del Taco near here, right?
Yeah, there's one right on Market.
That's like the only one
What do
in
you
the
get
whole
there?
area around.
Just like beef taco.
Just a taco.
Just a taco.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like the Tex-Mex style. Not,
Yeah.
not
I like those.
yeah.
I like sometimes.
Del
you just
Taco's a
dip it.
little different from Taco Bell, though. It's,
Taco Bell. Ever since that like mouth spider story in like the 90s, you guys remember that?
No.
No.
Some lady like ate
Oh, she ate
beef
a
and there was like a
spider.
spider and it like
Ew.
laid eggs in her mouth or something. I don't know. It was gross.
Whatever.
And I just
Urban
can't eat. I
myth,
can't eat. It might be an urban myth. I can't eat Taco Bell.
Sounds like an urban legend. But even if it's
I do
not
like their stop signs.
like those foods, fast food's gross anyway. There's probably lots
It's
of
a sometimes
eggs of
food.
insects and stuff.
Kind
in
of know
there.
what you're getting
just
into when you go.
deal with it.
But sometimes
Tastes
you
good.
just go anyway.
Okay, there's more to his question. So he
Okay, sure.
guessed chicken taco, but he was
I do
wrong,
like
right?
chicken tacos.
He
but-
says that his favorite is shrimp tacos.
Wow. That's
He should
high
definitely try a
class.
steak and shrimp taco.
Oh, those
Those
are amazing.
Good.
Yeah,
Whoa.
those are
Really
incredible. So tried that, Loot Beard. He also says if he made an animated taco sprite for you, would you add it to your signature?
Absolutely.
Duh.
Yes.
Okay. Then he says, at Dash Ahead, whose beard do you guys like the most? Mine or Dash Ahead? So why did he say it at me? He means at you guys. Whose beard do you like the most?
I haven't seen
Loot
I haven't
Beard's
seen
beard.
Loot Beard's
So somehow Loot Beard keeps talking about his beard without posting it. I'm wondering if he just means because it's filled with loot. In which case, yeah,
Did you
everyone's
say
going to
about his
choose the
name?
beard that
But
has
it's
loot
that
in
has
it.
loot.
I know I need to see this beard before I can make any
Okay,
decision.
so we can't judge. Sorry.
Send
Loot
us a
Beard.
picture of your beard
Yeah.
and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Finally, at Dash Ahead and at Spornox, I think both of you guys would make a good couple, don't you think?
Aww.
We both have significant others, but should those significant others die, then yeah, maybe.
The real question is, would you make a good chimera?
We would definitely make a good chimera. That there's no question about that. We both like tacos.
Oh yeah.
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 We both are kind of weird.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so thank you, Loot Beard, and send us a picture of your loot-filled beard.
And we're going on to what is that? Archon?
Archon.
Archon. Okay. This is a very intense question.
Yeah, this is.
Willem, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I mean, I'm not that crazy about Klondike bars, I guess.
So
I
not
would
much.
I guess I would pay like $1.50 or whatever.
Pay the MSRP and nothing more.
I'd have to agree.
I mean, if I was offered a free one, I guess I would do something that I would consider an equivalent value, like a short dance maybe, or recite a poem or a joke.
Would you sing the jingle?
Yeah, I would probably sing the
Okay,
jingle.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would eat a Klondike bar right now.
Yeah. We used to have them up in the.
I know.
In the
And
freezer.
then everyone found out, and now they're all gone. Okay.
Yep.
So that's that question.
Okay, this is from G What. For the anime nerds, who would win a fight? Spike Spiegel or Vash the Stampede?
So I was
I don't know
wondering
who
if
Vash is.
you knew who they were.
I
or
don't know
not.
who Vash
Yeah,
is.
so Vash the Stampede's the main character in Trigun,
Oh.
which is another like late '90s anime.
I mean, Spike
Oh.
Spiegel's the best.
So
if
so
he'll
I can
win.
go into this one a little bit. I also agree that Spike Spiegel is much better character than Vash the Stampede.
He doesn't. He has no
also
human abilities though.
yeah, but that doesn't mean he couldn't. I mean, he's great at fighting. He can beat some.
He's clever.
Yeah, I mean, he beats some opponents that are more powerful than him.
Yeah.
But it's actually a weird pairing because Vash the Stampede doesn't kill people. That's like one of his main.
Spike would
tenets.
totally kill
And
someone.
Spike would just kill someone. So they'd be in a tough situation where Spike's trying to shoot Vash in the face and Vash is trying to shoot Spike in the leg.
Does
or
Vash
something.
come from a world where no one kills anyone?
No, Vash comes from a world where they're actually somewhat similar in their like futuristic cowboy setting.
Okay.
Except that the Trigun is even more like Western. It's like a cowboy universe. The Earth is like a desert, and everyone's kind of like bounty hunters, and you know.
From what I've seen, Spike Spiegel, he not only doesn't lose, but he portrays an air of not losing.
Yeah.
So that would make me vote for him.
It's kind of tough because, this is a hard question, actually. Vash the Stampede has a lot of powers. He's spoilers for Trigun. It's like a 15-year-old anime, but spoilers anyway. He's not a human being. He is a plant, which is really stupid. But he's
Plants are sweet.
He is a plant creature who looks like a human being and has a superpowered arm cannon gun thing that they called the angel arm that he could use to like take out a whole planet essentially.
Is he powerful enough to take out a planet?
Yeah, but he doesn't believe in killing. He spends the whole.
Would a bullet to his head put him down?
Probably not, I would actually say.
Right,
but
then
he
he would
never
probably
gets
win.
hit by a bullet in the. He never gets hit like that. No. So you can't really know for sure.
That I would say that he would win if you think that would.
Yeah. See, I'm not quite clear on that, but I'm gonna.
I think
say
that
Vash the
Spike
Stampede
would
win.
get in a lethal blow if he was a human.
Yeah.
Before he did.
Yeah. I do agree. I mean, Vash wouldn't. He would never fire a lethal shot.
Yeah.
He would shoot him in the leg, maybe. At the most, he might try and just. He's also really dorky, so it's really kind of a weird matchup.
Yeah.
He's a big goofball.
Spike's a serious dude.
Mm-hmm. So thank you for the question, because again, if you guys ask anime questions,
These are fun. Send more. I'll try and be sure to know what's going on.
Especially if you're talking late '90s, early aughts anime. That's my sweet spot. So yeah,
Cool.
just okay. Thank you, G. What?
Thank you.
And he has another question.
Oh,
no!
answer that.
Wait,
I don't think I should
ask
be
the question,
reading
Ask
this.
the question, and then we'll explain.
Not okay. Out of the other 3 people in the room, who would you bang, marry, kill?
Okay, so that's a huge
That's a
HR
violation,
There's no
so-
way we could ever try to answer that question in the workplace.
We could do it for hypothetical people or celebrities, maybe. But
Yeah,
we can't do it for
maybe.
other people.
We could maybe talk about the characters in the game, possibly.
Yeah, or like cartoon characters
yeah,
or something.
But when talking about other people we work with, no, sorry,
No,
we
we
got to
can't.
skip that. So we finished 19 of our 25 questions. We are at 56 minutes, but I say we keep going. What do you guys think?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the next question comes from I Am a Mop. I got him again. He first wants us all to know that we called him I Am a Mop last time, but his name is actually I Am Op.
Can you
It's not
please
it's
change
not
it?
even I Am Op.
It sounds like I'm a
screwing,
mop.
no, I'm screwing it up on purpose. It's I Am OP, which either he means overpowered or he means the original poster, and I think he means the original poster, which is weird, but
I think
whatever.
we should. I really.
So
would-
actually
yeah.
specify to us.
Let's
I don't
just
know what
change
that's supposed
it.
to stand for.
If you'd like us to change it to
I'm never
I'm a
gonna
Mop,
hear
I-
this
I'm a
anything
mop,
but
yeah.
again.
I wish it was I'm a mop, but
we can
okay.
change it
So he asked me
It's
which
a better name
Gundam.
you should consider.
Yeah,
for sure. Or I am
Yeah.
Wig if you
I
want
Am
that
Wig.
one is available too.
yeah. He asked me which Gundam I like best. Death Scythe Custom. Can't say that when you bite the tip of your tongue off. Okay, that's the answer to that question.
Okay.
Everyone likes that one the best. Come on. Maybe Shenlong second.
Maybe Shenlong.
Okay, and then he says to everyone, what about that lag? And we all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand.
What about it, man?
What about
Yeah.
What about that lag? And then at everyone, why do you like tacos?
They're yummy.
It's a whole meal in the palm of your hand.
It's yummy. I want
It's,
tacos tonight,
you know,
dude.
They're
In
delicious.
fact, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they're very
text my
good.
boyfriend right now and say we're
They're
gonna
the
have
same
tacos
reason I
tonight.
like a sandwich or a burrito.
Yeah.
I mean, you take a bunch of delicious things, you compress
Mix them
them
all together, yeah.
and then you surround them with some kind of carb-based substrate. It's delicious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm texting him.
Oh, okay. So Zwarnox is texting her boyfriend to
Can
get
you
her
pick up
tacos.
taco tonight? I totally spelt it wrong. Okay.
Okay. So we're approaching the end, so let's keep going.
Fame and Dies, Kid Tonio. Okay, first off, thanks for reading. Third, what did you guys do in your third?
Oh, yeah. So when I copied down these questions, I did some funky things to screw us up in the RealmCast just so that we could have a little fun time. That was one of the funky things.
He just responded back with Taco Bell.
So third, yeah.
Third, what did you guys do in your free time when you were a child, about 5 to 10 years old? Dun dun dun.
I played outside a lot. I played with caterpillars.
Yeah.
Played
yeah, I
outside.
played outside a lot
Yep.
too.
I would hope
on my
that
bike.
because we're a little older, that we played outside more than maybe
Yes.
some kids
Well,
these days.
I grew up in the country.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
I grew up
okay.
in the mountains, so there was
Yeah.
nothing else.
I grew up in
Yeah.
Heathville.
We didn't
so,
have
yeah.
cable or anything when I was growing up, so
Oh.
I had
Ooh.
TV, but I didn't.
we had.
Did I have cable? I watched
we had
Sesame Street.
antenna
I had-
television, but we didn't
PBS
have
was
anything.
available.
Yeah, I had
probably for
cable
more.
growing up,
Yeah.
but my sister and I always played outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the mountains, man. I
Nintendo
just made lots of forts in the woods, and
I would catch
Yeah.
bugs
Forts-
and I would make mazes out of Legos for them to go through.
oh,
Nah.
Oh,
nice.
neat.
And they would just
Yeah.
go in the corner and die.
Yeah, they sit there until they died.
Yeah.
Or climb up the Lego. And
I remember once trying to make an ant farm, like, just filling up a pail with dirt and then sticking a bunch of ants in it and seeing what would happen, and then putting sugar all over it. I don't remember
Okay.
really
That
what
sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I remember losing lots of toys that would actually have value. Would I have kept them in their boxes
Yeah.
until
Oh.
today?
Yeah.
A lot of Battle Beasts and Muscle Men and stuff like
I
that.
had a lot of
that
Smurfs.
actually have some value later.
There were a lot of woolly
Stupid.
bears where I grew up.
Oh,
I
really?
remember one time that was like they would all cross the road in August, like during fall, and I would catch them all. And one time I put them all in my toy chest, like 100 of them. I was a little kid. I was like 10. So I put them all in my toy chest, and they all pooped everywhere and they died. So I just had a toy chest full of toys,
And
caterpillar
poop.
poop, and dead caterpillars.
dead caterpillars.
My parents were really upset with me.
Nice.
Okay. So should we move on, or should we keep talking about our childhoods? We're at an
Okay.
hour right now.
Yeah, we should move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's keep going.
Wait, he had some nice things to say to us, though.
Oh,
Read
okay.
those. Swornox. Read the nice things instead of reading your text messages.
I'm talking about tacos. That's all for now. Thanks for reading this and hopefully answering my questions. Also, thanks so much for everything you guys do for the game. The game has always been fun since I began playing around August 2012. In my opinion, it's the best free-to-play game on Steam.
In our
Awesome.
opinion, we agree.
Thank
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Cool.
thanks.
This one is from XXSBoyXX.
Weird.
Okay. Number 1. Can I be Dash Ahead's friend since he seems to not have any?
Yay!
Yay!
Yes. I appreciate it. XXS boy XX.
And number 2. Hi, Tiffy Tiff. I caught you. I think this is in regards to, I was playing tag in the Nexus yesterday, so I was like, you're it. Catch me. You know.
He
so-
got you.
Yeah, he got me.
Okay. Well, you win. He says he'd be really happy if we responded, so we did.
He's happy now.
You better be freaking happy.
Yep.
Okay. Next one comes from Druid Spell. He has 2 questions, except I think I deleted one of them. Yay. First question, Eva. Anyway, could you give us one teeny tiny detail of an enemy from the Elder Realms? I understand if the answer is no. And will there be a new dungeon after the Nightmare Labyrinth? The answer to that question is yes, but let's see if we can get a sneak preview of one of the enemies.
I just made an enemy, which is called a Crystal Guardian, and he teleports and uses magic.
Ooh. So there you go. You heard it here first. That's a RealmCast exclusive preview
Exclusive.
from the Elder Realms. So, okay.
I'm going to get my time clock up.
Okay,
because
do you
this
want me to
next
read
one-
these questions, though, or you want to?
Yeah, you could read
okay.
it.
So we got
just
some
let me-
Adventure Time questions for Willem from Pie Cake.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
And he wants this one on a 30-second timer, so this is going to be pretty fast.
Wow.
But there's only a
Okay.
few questions. So
Okay, I'll do my best.
you could probably, there's only 4.
I'll
so you
start
can
the
definitely
timer
get those
once
in 30
he's finished
seconds.
with the first question.
Okay. Who is half-baked in the Candy People? And he means out of the Candy Kingdom
Are you
people.
ready? Are we going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cinnamon bun.
Correct. What's Jake's main flaw?
Oh, I don't.
It's something that he can't do.
I don't know.
Focus. Oh. Name all the characters that go to the annual once a year to watch. The phrasing on this is crazy. Name all the characters that go annually to watch Ice King's evil tapes. There are multiple answers to this one.
Marceline, Bubblegum, BMO is the tape player. Finn and Jake are there. A cinnamon bun, I think, is there.
Okay, well, he only needed 5, so you got it.
Okay.
You got over
Yay.
5. And I think that's right too. He doesn't actually. This one doesn't
Trying
have
to
an
think if the cupcake guy
answer. Oh.
is there. He's
We're
there.
so over 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, that should have took
What's-
a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Asking the question.
What's Jake's favorite food?
Let's see. There's like a couple breakfast foods he really likes. He likes making this crazy
I like-
breakfast.
He gives a
burrito
hint
thing.
if you want the hint.
Yeah, what's the hint?
The hint is everything.
He makes like an everything breakfast food. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Is it like a burrito or something? I think it's like a burrito.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
these are really
actually.
hard questions.
Yeah. These are tough ones. So thanks, Pie Cake. if you want to correct us on the answers, feel free. So last question, Zwarnox, you want to read this one?
Read it.
Yukachu asks, while the Ghost Prism change was a very... Oh, gosh. Let me start over. Okay. While the Ghost Prism change was a change, any chance it and the macaroni robe, total baloney robe, might get an improvement?
What? I'm sorry. Maybe I was spacing out.
Macaroni
I didn't
robe.
understand a word of that.
So is there such a thing as the macaroni robe? Maybe
There's
I'm
no such thing as a
crazy.
macaroni
Yeah.
robe.
Total baloney
So then
robe?
what is...
robe?
No, there's something else that must sound like macaroni that they
This
call
is
macaroni.
this is total baloney.
No. He's talking about something. So let's skip this. His question was great, too, because he calls Mixcoatl Sir Mix-a-Lot at the end. It's really funny.
That.
Um,
The 90s child in me like that.
Yeah, for sure. He's saying Ghost Prism got a tweak, got a buff,
Okay.
but the buff actually made it worse. That's his argument.
Okay.
By removing the stats and making the damage per bomb less.
He wants it 7 defense or something.
The
No.
bomb is capable of doing much more damage than it was previously.
Okay, so
that's wrong.
That's the answer to that.
It just does it spread over a longer period of time. But I'll take another look.
Okay. And then he talks about the macaroni robe, saying that it's worse than a tier 1 robe, and that at least give it 7
There's
defense or
no
something.
such thing as a macaroni robe.
Maybe he's... Well, let's look into what he's talking about once we're done here, because there's got to be something.
Or just let us know.
There's
Okay.
like the
Or let us
Talani or whatever.
Clarify.
Yeah,
from
maybe
the-
that's what he's talking
I can't
about.
remember how to
The
pronounce
robe
it.
of the Talani.
Yeah.
That's
the
probably
one
what
from
he-
the
Yeah.
manor.
That's probably what he's talking about.
Well, that one's different. It doesn't have defense, but it gives you like tons of magic or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay.
Second question.
Question 2.
They're about packages. Why limit it to a package for 2 to 3 days or however long it is? Let us view the previous package and buy them. I didn't play for a day or two, come back, see the package with a character slot, 2 backpacks, and a vault, and was going to buy it. I went to grab the card, came back, and the time had expired. Yes, I cut it that close. I would buy it right now if it was available. This is additional revenue, and I don't see why they should disappear too quickly.
I mean, that's kind of an edge case. The reason they disappear is so we can put up another one immediately because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for us to have multiple ones at a time. This is really, this is a new system, and these are just some of the limitations that we have on it. So maybe someday we'll have these capabilities, but ones like that aren't tied to a specific holiday event will probably resurface. So you're probably going to see that one again. You'll have other opportunities to buy it. The holiday ones are the ones that when they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
But those ones tend to be up for much longer, so you've got a much better chance of hitting it. So I apologize for that, and maybe someday, but
Yeah.
we don't.
There's
have
just
that.
no system in place right now to have
Yeah.
multiple packages
Yeah.
available.
And we
so-
already have the engineers have been tied up for long enough. I'm sure you guys would rather see some more exciting content
Yeah,
than
than us
than
working
like
on
the ability to have
Yeah.
some package tweaks
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brought us to the end of our Q&A section. So
Yay.
we are at 1:07 right now. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Go.
Took
Just
Just
a
as,
1 minute,
or sorry.
1 minute long podcast.
Yeah, an hour and 7 minutes rather.
That's pretty good.
So not bad, about the same length as last time. Now, were there some game things you wanted to talk about? real
Oh, I'm
quick?
just super crazy excited about Ni no Kuni.
Oh, really?
I'm silly excited about
Have
that
you?
game.
Did you play the demo or?
I played the demo, but I mean that's not really the meat of the game is not featured in that. You
I'm-
can see the battle system, but that's not really what.
I'm quite excited for that game visually and not from any other angle, sadly. The story doesn't seem all that amazing, and then
I haven't played the story yet, so I don't know. But Colin Moriarty at IGN gave it a very good review. I trust.
Colin and I are good buddies, and I don't trust his assessment of RPGs. We usually tend to disagree.
Well, I have not. So there really aren't very many JRPGs this console generation,
Yeah.
and there are 0 that I would say that I like. And JRPGs used to be my favorite genre of video games ever.
So I got to ask you if you played Xenoblade on the Wii.
I did not. I don't like the Wii.
It was amazing. Hands down, best JRPG in the last 10 years.
I looked at it and it didn't. The environments look kind of empty and boxy.
The environments are the best part of that game by far. They are really incredible vistas.
Maybe I'll check
and
it out.
It very much rewards you for exploration at every turn. Really good scaling of difficulty so that you want to come back to areas to fight harder monsters later. And this is a really, really awesome game. And then the story is good too. The characters are good. Hands down, the only JRPG of the generation really that was worth playing at all. But I am also going to check out Ni no Kuni because that's what I want all games to
Well,
look
I mean,
like.
I love Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
And they did a great job. And Level 5 has a high pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
But that aside, it's been so long since I've played JRPG, which is by far my favorite genre that I've cared about, that I'm willing to place a little bit of hope in this one because I haven't seen it yet, but it has all of the elements that I've really been missing. And it has this beautiful open like world map. It has a world map in it, which it seems like a simple thing, but is not present in many games. It has really interesting looking towns. It has interesting looking characters.
It has towns.
It has towns. It has interesting looking characters. It has a battle
at the,
system.
At the start of the
fun.
HD generation, Square Enix made a comment about how they weren't going to do towns because they couldn't do towns in HD, and it was kind of ridiculous.
That's nonsense.
I mean, it's complete nonsense. You play entire games like Assassin's Creed, which was a pile of crap, don't get me wrong, but that whole game is based around a bunch of towns, and like those towns didn't suffer for being in HD, they just suffered for being in a bad game.
Anyways, this game means a lot to me. I'm putting a lot of hopes on it. So I can tell you right now what I would like to see from it, and then I'm going to get the game on Tuesday when it comes out, and I'm taking Tuesday off to play it. So
And then we'll RealmCast.
and then
on
we'll do a
Wednesday.
RealmCast. So then maybe I'll give you my feelings on what it's lived up to.
Okay,
at that
I might
point.
get it too, and then we can actually talk about it.
So what I would love to see from it is I think if you look at some of my favorite RPGs like Final Fantasy 7 and 8, Chrono Cross, Earthbound, games like that, there's a lot. If you look at the amount of time that you spend doing various different activities in the game, a lot of it is spent not in battle, not in a dungeon, and not in a cutscene. A lot of it is spent doing like little tasks. There's like in Final Fantasy VII, there's a famous sequence where you're in a town and you're just going around gathering equipment to dress yourself up like a girl to sneak into this nightclub.
Really good.
And like
It's really good because you have to dress up like a girl so that you can go and be like given to the
so you can
head
be
of the
sexy.
club. So
Whoa.
and you
can,
can
like-
you can do this. There's so many different ways to even do
Yeah,
it. You can
it's a
get the
really-
wrong items, make yourself less attractive accidentally.
that's actually my favorite sequence in that entire.
Oh, it's
game.
fantastic. And it's these kind of things that really expand the characters. It's these side moments that really made me love RPGs, and I think that's really the thing that's been missing from modern ones is
You
it
should
used to
you
be
should play Xenoblade.
That used to be like at least
Xenoblade's
a third.
got at least like 60 hours of side content.
I mean, it's more than just side content because side content can also be dungeons.
But
So
see, no, not dungeons.
It's like that.
All town-based, like interacting with people.
I'll check it out
for
but
like 60 hours.
So that used to be at least a third of these games. And then also, if you look at the dungeons, if you look at like a dungeon in any of those PlayStation era games, like Final Fantasy 7, 8, Chrono Cross, the average dungeon length, these are pre-rendered screens. So you can kind of measure the dungeon length in screens. It was like 2 to 6 screens, which is tiny in comparison with the modern, like in Final Fantasy 13, I think there were, or Final Fantasy 12, actually, I think there was like deserts that you could be in this one environment for 3 hours. And you just don't get that variety. And I wanted to explore in these games, and that's another thing I'm really hoping for from Ni no Kuni.
Well, I hope it's good too. I'm not sure what to think of it yet. I don't usually take Colin's reviews at face
I mean, this
value.
is something I've been excited about before I heard about his review, just because of the developers.
Yeah, I mean, I like Level 5. I like Studio Ghibli. The look of it for me is how I've wanted games to look for a long time. I want games to look like hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, it looks
like I've expected
beautiful.
that forever. Honestly, since I started watching Cowboy Bebop in like 1998, I was like, I want my video games to look like this. And they haven't yet. But this game does actually look like a Studio Ghibli movie. That's just
So,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I care a lot about this, and I'm going to be, if I like it, I'm going to be very vocal on the next podcast, and if I don't, I'm going to be very blunt about what its problems are.
But I think on that note, we're going to have to end this thing. We're at an hour 15.
Yep.
So that's not the That's not the hour-long podcast that we were striving for, but we'll get there.
We were a little relaxed.
I
Yeah,
know. We
going slow,
a little
kinda
relaxed,
laid
really
back,
relaxed.
yeah.
With my tongue the way it is, I didn't want to try and talk fast.
Keep the
So.
pace up. We'll get some extra caffeine here next time.
Yeah, that's a good
I got my
idea.
jacket on. I'm kind of cozy.
Yeah, I'm
and
a little
it's
warm
slowing
too.
me
It's
down.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably could have just taken my jacket off, but didn't think of that.
So I guess we're going to have to say bye to everyone now, and you guys can listen to the sounds of Slow Game by Beat Garden while we drift
Yes.
away. But maybe next RealmCast, there'll be a new song for everyone to listen to.
We shall see.
That's up to you guys. So,
Up to you.
Yep.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.